secretary downtown. She lived a serious life and never clowned around. Truth is, she been depressed since she was 6. After her dad left her and her mom got sick, everything instantly just went to shit. Only treatment they could find was an expensive script. Plus she's too young to work and I'm the first to fucking rent's due. Her mother copes with the stress, at least she pretends to. But little Jenny, guess she never understood it. She dreamed about her dad coming back but knew he wouldn't. She wanted to get her life on track but knew she couldn't. She drowned herself in all these facts so knew she shouldn't. Her mom got sicker and her life flickered. She became a corpse of Jenny sitting right with her. When no one else around as Jenny was fixing dinner. And she was just 11 at the time, but this is when her soul died and she became as cold as any winter. She just floated through the foster homes, the emptiness was in her. And she never tried again, she knew she'd never be a winner. She remembered that September that she lost herself forever. Eventually she got a job answering phones and transferring. When she got home, she'd sit alone, stiff like a mannequin. On the way though, she got stopped and accosted by a crazy crackhead smoking rock who had lost her. Circumstances of your life decide your fate. There's only so many real decisions you can make. The rest is just a guess, so what you get you gotta take. Sometimes it's hard to swallow what you're given on your plate, yo. Circumstances of your life decide your fate. And there's only so many real decisions you can make. The rest is just a guess, so what you get you gotta take. Sometimes it's hard to swallow what you're given on your plate. He was bills, he was mentally ill. He took 250 mils in a pill, but he hadn't for a while. He was lying to his doctors, and his piss tests were 3 months behind. Fresh off a long crack binge when he saw Jenny walking home. You could tell by how she walked, she was used to being alone. A bitch, he wouldn't risk a rape charge for bone, but might get some cash off her, plus a cellular phone. In hushed tones, he approached, whispered right in her ear. Grabbed tight and held Jenny as she struggled in fear, and said with real sincerity he didn't wanna hurt her, but if he didn't get her purse, then he'd probably have to murder her. Jenny bit his arm, but Bill didn't feel shit. Dragged her into an alley in the darkness, swallowed real quick. Smashed her head against the wall till he felt the struggle stop. Quickly ran her pockets, glanced up, and his bubble popped. There was a shadow approaching the entrance of the alleyway, and people packed camophones to snitch with. Nowadays, Bill threw Jenny to the ground, tried to cover her with mud. Looked down, saw he was covered in her blood. He was staring at a guy about the same size as he was, but bigger, cause he didn't live off crack pipes like he does. No choice now, he'd have to wait and see what happened. Dude was staring hard like he could look right past him. Couple seconds pass and the dude vanishes like a ghost. Scared Bill though, cause yo, that shit was close. Kicked Jenny's head into the wall again 3 times to silence the last witness there was to these crimes. Made off with enough cash to re-up his stats. Sometimes he thinks back about Jenny and laughs, and wonders who it was who saw her with him in her final moments. Then he hits the pipe, pull his hands on, fit the hole. Circumstances of your life decide your fate. There's only so many real decisions you can make. The rest is just a guess, so what you get you gotta take. Sometimes it's hard to swallow what you're given on your plate, yo. Circumstances of your life decide your fate. And there's only so many real decisions you can make. The rest is just a guess, so what you get you gotta take. Sometimes it's hard to swallow what you're given on your plate. Tom was new in town, didn't know his way around. Used to country living, got him navigating cities now. He was the type to keep to himself and never really ever bother much with anyone else. He made his way into the sketchy part of town accidentally. Eventually he'd get to where he's bound, but destiny essentially expressed in what he found. Looking down an narrow alley when he heard the muffled sound of a scream, and he seemed to be shocked by what he saw. A woman on the ground, her body bloody and raw, and a crazy crackhead with a maniacal smile that said, "Take one step closer, bitch, shit gonna get wild." Tom looked at Jenny and she lifted her head, stared right in his eyes, but she was already dead. Cause Tom bolted from the alley, never spoke about it after. But when Jenny's brain splattered, the walls his shattered. Circumstances of your life